Hey everyone, I have 2 words for you. Mr. Spence. Stay tuned.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AFTERBUZZ TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
What's up, AfterBuzzers and Devious Army? We're here for the second to last show of this season. This one's titled Much Ado About Buffing, and we're really excited because we have a very special guest here with us. I'm your host, Francesca, and next to me is... Grant.
You said it with like
Grant's here.
I'm here.
Grant's here again.
Mr. Spence.
We love having Grant here, though.
Yes,
I love
It's
being
like
here.
it's a big deal for us.
It's a big deal for me.
And I guess we should introduce ourselves. Too.
Yeah.
Yes, please.
Well, I'm Khaliel.
After you.
Whatever.
I'm Laila.
Yay!
Yeah. Moving on.
Moving on.
Back to Grant.
With Khaliel and Laila, those are names. Those are they have like history.
Sure.
Khaliel and Laila. Sounds good together.
Well, Khaliel Gibran and Laila. Is what
You know Khaliel?
Of course, I know Khaliel Gibran.
Yeah. He knows his history.
So Grant's actually not a newbie to AfterBuzz, because if you guys watch Satisfaction, which Khaliel was one of the hosts on Satisfaction, Grant came in with his wife Catherine, who is
The rest of the crew.
what?
The whole
And the rest
crew.
of the crew.
And the rest of the
we
crew.
were
It was a
all-
party.
Yeah, it was a big group.
So you guys make sure to Google that or check it up on the AfterBuzz TV website. But yeah, so we're really happy that you're here.
I'm happy to be
Yes.
We got him tweeting. He hasn't
Yay.
tweeted in forever. We had him tweeting a little bit through the show.
Yeah.
here. Personal best tonight.
Proud
Personal
moment.
best.
And tonight's episode was really good.
It was a good show. It was. It was an improvement on last week. Last week was probably the nadir of the season.
You thought so?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. It just had a kind of a weird funk to it last week.
I don't know.
I think
last week.
I never really evaluated like episode for episode. I mean, I guess that's what we do here when we talk about it. But
That's our
it's
job.
more like I'm trying to like figure out the
Yeah,
story.
you guys are kind
Yeah.
of plot oriented and
Yeah.
what's happening with the plot. And there was just as much plot last week, but for me, I'm like looking at like kind of the look of it, and
Right.
the pace
Right.
of it, and just how it's kind of crafted and how my acting is in it and all those kind of things is what I'm looking at. And just last week just was a little bit less than
Less.
the rest.
Nice
I thought
way.
this season so far has been by far the
Yes.
best season that we've had.
We've been saying
The
that.
story's great. I think I think it looks good. I think everybody looks great.
It gets funnier and funnier too
Yeah.
every
Yeah.
episode. But you were saying you don't like watching because you
No.
don't like watching yourself. And I think
So many actors say
a lot of
that.
people say that.
Well, it's we're all perfectionists, right?
Right.
So
Yeah.
I'm going to look at it. I'm going to see all kinds of crappy stuff about it, and then unless there's a reason for me to watch it, like I tried something new, or I want to see if it worked. There's kind of really no reason for me to watch it. It's like I know if in the moment I know whether I was kind of truthful or not. I can self-evaluate while I'm doing it. I
Right.
don't need to watch it. All that's really going to happen is I'm going to over-criticize myself, and then the next time around I'm going to be going, oh,
Should I do
did that thing, and I
Yeah.
probably shouldn't do that. In my head. It's like,
Yeah, and you can't get out of your head. You're
Yeah.
like, oh gosh.
But
Makes sense.
when you're filming, you're not with everyone. You're only working with, like this season, you pretty much only worked with Killface, right?
And Rosie.
Killface and Rosie, yeah.
Yeah.
And Miguel. Yeah.
So you're never. Well, I know you said you read the script, but you're never curious to see how it plays out on the episodes. On the spot. On the spot.
But, I did a lot more comedy this year, and I probably should have watched it because comedy's not really my forte. But I felt good doing it. So,
Yeah.
maybe I was kind of, I was a little bit, I really was a little bit like, yeah, I think I did good on that. I was not going to watch it and go, oh, that was crap.
Yeah.
Just burst my own bubble,
And then, so like we said, your wife Catherine, she plays Shannon on the show, but you guys did not get to work together.
I think we were one day on the set together.
One day.
One day.
We got to grab a quick interview with her at the premiere, actually, which you were not there. We were kind of
Premiere
bummed.
of...
The season 4 Devious Maids.
Oh, right, yeah. What was
Yeah.
I doing? I was taking care of Eloise.
Aw,
Somebody had to
your
watch the
daughter.
kid.
Somebody's got to do it.
Yeah. That's why she's not here. She's taking care of the kid.
Yeah.
Swaps up,
Yeah.
shifts.
But yeah, she said the same. She said you guys didn't work together. And we were like,
And the same thing happened on Satisfaction.
yeah.
I think one day we
Yeah.
crossed paths. They kept saying they were going to put us together, and the two characters knew each other. Mm-hmm. They just never Same as this. The
Your
two
characters
and-
hate each other, actually.
Yeah, hated each other.
Right, exactly. I know. I was hoping for some juicy, like,
That would be fun.
what'd your wife think when you're kissing Rosie? You know what I mean?
She's not happy about that still.
And right before we were about to go on, you were saying there was
Oh, so this year, because she wasn't doing Satisfaction shot in Atlanta as well. So up until
okay.
this year, we both were in Atlanta at the same time, or at least, so the whole family moved out to Atlanta. This year I was there by myself. But because Catherine got this character, she would come out for a couple weeks at a time. So I would rent this little back house behind this big house. It was also a rental house. And every time that they would come out, I would move to the front house. And then when they would leave, I'd go back to the back house because the back house is cheaper and it's just me. I don't need a big, 3-bedroom house to live in. Anyway, so they'd come out, and like 3 days after they came out, there was a big windstorm, and a tree fell on the back house and crushed it.
oh my gosh.
Like, would have killed me.
But you were in the front house.
I was in the front house.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, it would have killed me.
Wow.
It, like, crushed it.
Wow.
There was nothing left of it.
That's scary.
That's crazy.
I mean, the tree was like, it was that big around, like
In
on my
Atlanta?
bed.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. It was a big.
The wind's that bad? Maybe it was a tornado?
No, well,
In
some
Atlanta?
people thought maybe it was like a little mini tornado that kind
Yeah.
of touched you because it knocked another tree down too.
Right, right.
But like it rains so much there, the soil gets really soft.
Oh, really?
And the trees there are huge. This was like a, I think it was a, I don't know what kind of tree it was.
An oak
It was a
tree?
big-
Yeah,
no, it was
that's
an
the only big one I can
That
think
was
of.
a good one.
It was a nut tree. It was like a
Acorn? I don't know.
Walnuts?
keep going.
Peanuts. I'm just
Pecan
kidding. They
Pecan
don't.
tree. Yeah, it was
Really?
pecan
In
tree,
Atlanta,
yeah.
that makes sense. That would make sense.
Really?
That was a senior moment there. Pecan tree. Anyway, it was huge. It was, I mean, literally, it was like that big around.
That's crazy.
No,
Oh.
that's.
Well, we're
my-
glad you're okay.
Right.
That's my
Look
story.
at that.
My
Yeah,
wife-
well,
and she constantly says, "See, saved your life. Saved your life. Wasn't for me, you'd be dead."
And now you guys are back here in LA.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
back
That's
in our
awesome.
crack house by the sea.
Sounds like a good time.
Nice.
At least it's better than your jail cell where you've been in all season, and we've always been saying this whole season.
Mr. Spence
Poor
can't
Mr.
catch
the
Spence.
break.
But you know what's great about playing a character who's in prison a whole season?
You would get to wear the same
Never
thing.
have to have a wardrobe change. You know, in the morning and never
Yep.
have to change. You wear them all day long.
It's like PJs.
And it's pretty
And
comfortable,
they're
probably,
comfortable,
right?
Right. With my Vans, my white Vans,
Right.
which I made them get me Vans.
Onesie?
Damn,
onesie.
damn Grant in the white vans, right?
It's like you're just gonna buy me some Vans.
That's it. If I have to go to jail, you're buying me vans. Do you have any funny stories working with Killface? I mean, that has to be funny staring at big kill letters. Like,
He
do
was
they write it in
great.
marker?
I think he's hilarious on the
He's
show.
great. He's terrific. I had a great time working with him, and he's like a big, scary guy. But he's not in person. He's just like a sweetheart. He's also got a little kid. He's got, I think his daughter was born this season.
Oh, wow.
I don't remember.
Okay.
But he had a little kid as well. So we had a lot to talk about. We talked about raising children.
Yeah.
Me and Killface.
Oh, yeah.
Because that's a really great person to get advice from.
Well, we see actually in the show this blah 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 in the episode today. Always happens. Miguel's acting out because Rosie's too busy working on trying to get you out of jail, and so Miguel, is bullying in class, right? And he threatens his teacher, if you don't give me an A, my dad might kill you.
Spence is so murderous.
He's so murderous.
His
I mean, you
real
can look in
dad
his
might.
eyes.
might.
Right?
Oh, yeah, his real dad.
Spence is a tough, hard man. It's true. He's hardcore.
He's scary.
Yeah.
And so Miguel goes to the prison and Killface. They're trying to scare him, and he's just like he said, like he's actually a really nice guy.
That's how Owen is. That's the guy playing
Yeah.
Kill. He really is kind of like that. He's like this scary looking guy, but then in real life, he's like, hey, what's going on?
Can I have some green gummy bears?
Right.
I think that was really funny. What'd you guys think about Miguel? Because we haven't really seen him all season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just always find it weird when kids act out, so to speak. Like, it's just kind of,
When they act out.
yeah, like, what are you doing? What's wrong with you? Behave. Like,
Do you just backhand them, Khaliel?
My brother and sister, yes. not random kids, but my
He's
own.
not around beating random children.
But even when he's acting out, he's also not. It's like little Miguel.
Yeah,
you
he's a
know?
sweet
Yeah.
little
He's a little
kid.
boy.
Yeah.
He's so cute.
I
And
think, I think he's really cute on the show.
he is. And is it this? It's not the same boy.
No, they replaced him.
Okay.
Yeah, the last kid, he didn't really want to be there.
Aw.
So
But then
there
he
was-
was younger, anyways, right?
Yeah, he was a lot younger. He didn't really want to be there, and it was kind of tough to get him to sort of stay in one spot.
That must be hard working.
I don't.
kids
Little
all the
Eloise
time.
is not going to be doing any acting. I can guarantee you that much.
What if she wants to act?
As soon as she can drive herself to an audition, she can act.
There
Oh,
you
wow.
go.
Yeah, that's a good rule. That's a good rule.
Should be taking your car at like 12.
See ya.
Like that video of that
she'll
kid.
take
Get
an
him out.
Uber.
But you know, by then the cars will be driving themselves.
Oh, my God.
They're out of luck. They got to come up with a new rule.
And then so we see with your character as well, Killface is always trying to get you to do these plays. And this whole time we think he's like this like softie for plays, and then we realize he's actually using it to get the tools to build a set. And because he's planning a prison break.
Yeah.
Little Shawshank action.
See, in
Prison
my head, all season I was thinking, oh, maybe he's like really into like scripts and acting and writing, and I was like, maybe,
Killface?
yeah, and I was like, Killface, and maybe you guys are both gonna get out and maybe do something in the industry, like write an awesome movie about jail or I don't know.
That would be cool.
Right?
It's my overactive imagination.
Wait, but then Spence would actually have to have a good career as an actor, and that's never going to happen.
I know, poor
It's
Mr.
poor
Spence.
Spence.
He,
He just can't catch a break.
Can't catch a break.
I mean,
Well, he did
this
catch.
movie could have
he
been
did catch Rosie.
Rosie.
Though, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a win for sure.
yeah, I think it was in
Yeah.
the win column. This one
Like-
7,000.
Exactly. Now, okay, so we saw him. He has the hole, and they're about to escape. Like it made me think, like, okay, Mr.
Did you think
Smith's
he's going to do it or not?
I don't actually. That was a curveball. First of all,
Yeah, very, yeah.
It was for me too when I read it.
Like, oh man, all right, we're planning
Where's
the
this
breakout,
going? Right.
Yeah. So I don't know. Smith seems like he's giving up hope, so he might go for this breakout. But now I'm thinking, all right, you break out, you get proven innocent. Can you go back to jail for breaking out?
Watch.
Yeah.
Tune in next week.
Well, I mean, in regular life, can
No,
you
if
get?
you break out of prison, even if you were innocent,
You get in trouble.
even if you're found out innocent later, when you broke out, the actual breaking out is breaking the law, and you can go back
Right.
to prison for breaking out, even though you were in prison.
Gosh.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
good system. We don't.
But then he wants Rosie to stop doing all this, so he
Stressing.
might get out just so she stops all
Could
that.
be, yeah.
And they
Right.
run away to
They
another
could run
country.
away to Mexico.
And
But then they'd have to deal with their
Ernesto.
cartel, wouldn't they?
Yeah, no Mexico, maybe like
Canada.
Mexico's not going to
maybe
work.
like Europe somewhere.
right? Far. Go back with Danny to Puerto Rico or something.
Right.
I don't know. Yeah, actually, I didn't think about that because we saw that moment where Rosie says, I'll do anything for you. And you have that, like, pensive look. And we're saying,
I thought that was a good scene, actually.
yeah. And so I'm
I was
worried.
acting my heart out
That
over
actually
there.
worked. See, I always was that good. I'd always watch the show.
So now I am worried that Mr. Spence is gonna maybe
Do something foolish?
Yes.
I think so
Would this
too.
be the first time that Mr. Spence did something foolish?
Oh,
No, not at all. Perry was a big one.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
still, to this day, have been, as an actor, trying to figure out why
Why
did
did you marry
her?
Perry?
I don't get it.
I thought it was kind of like a setup kind of like relationship, like a Hollywood.
That's a
type
great
thing.
idea. No, I didn't think that.
Yeah, like they got put together by their managers or something.
Right, like Tom Cruise and what's her name? Who
Katie
we
Holmes.
still have to keep looking at. When is she going to go away?
But that hold on. First off, that jumping on the couch was very convincing. I was sold.
On Oprah, of all shows. Dude, on
Love
forgot
makes you
about
do
that.
crazy things, guys.
All right.
Wait, what is Katie in right now?
Well,
She was-
we still see her. She like sells makeup and stuff.
She does sell me. She has
okay.
commercials, a lot
Yeah.
of commercials.
Well, see, we were just talking about we fast forward through all the commercials anyway, so I never see.
Speaking of cults, no.
No, I wonder what this was based off of.
It's the
I already
circle-
said that. I bit my
Yeah.
tongue on that. I was like,
Well,
stop talking, Layla.
And then actually, and you were also mentioning for season 2, they thought about writing you with Marisol.
Oh yeah, at the end of season 1, the last scene that was supposed to be in the final episode of season 1. Spence comes home from an audition. He's all jacked up because he's gonna get a movie, and he's like talking to someone off stage, and we think it's Rosie, and then the camera pans and it's Marisol, and they go into a big kiss and embrace and everything, and we see that
That'd be weird.
6 months from like next season it was going to be Marisol and Spence. It would have been, what did we say?
Sparasol?
Sparasol?
Kind of like a new air freshener. Sparasol.
I don't know. I feel like that would be really strange.
I know.
don't see
That's
the two
exactly
of them.
what happened. When the audience saw the show and the whole Sposey thing happened, they were like, no, we can't do this. Everyone would hate Marisol and they would hate Spence. And
Yeah.
I know. I was upset when you lost your memory in the show. And I was like, no, they can't break.
when did I lose my memory?
When you...
You know,
Oh, I got it. I got
Yeah, I
fooled.
was
Like a
about to answer. So don't feel too bad.
Okay,
I
thanks,
was
Khaliel.
about to.
Thanks, Khaliel. We're on the same. Oh my gosh! And then actually, you also mentioned something about Ryan McPartlin when we were watching the show
Yeah, he
that was kind of
um,
juicy.
He, we did, yeah, I guess, almost homoerotic scene together on the show?
Swingtown.
Swingtown.
I was almost there.
Swingtown was about swingers.
Go figure.
His girl or wife and my wife, and we kind of did a scene, all did like a sex scene together, sort of a TV sex scene, so it wasn't that big a deal. And there was kind of like a look at each other, so like, oh, okay. Something it was a little bit like that, which is like could be taken however you want to take it. I don't know.
Satisfaction is Swingtown and Devious Maids.
And you did porn in Devious Maids, so I think you're getting typecasted a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
You can't forget Melrose Place.
Oh yeah.
I was such a fan. I was young.
thank you.
I was very young, and
You
I
were
would
way too young to
I would
watch the show.
sneak and watch it because it came on after 90210, and I was allowed to watch 90210, but I wasn't allowed to watch Melrose Place. But I would sneak it, and I loved it, and I
were
loved
good
you
rules.
on it. And I just wanted to shout out Melrose Place.
All right. Yeah, it was fun.
I
Now I don't have to take my shirt off anymore. Now
now it's Jesse.
Jesse.
Yeah.
You're like, I know, I get it. I've been there.
I do. I'm like, yeah, sorry, dude.
You did last season though, I think, right? I think there was one episode.
Yeah, I think maybe, I think I did up until I was 53. 54 was the cutoff. It's like, yeah, no, keep your shirt on. But how much you work out, it still looks 54.
No.
Yeah.
No. So let's see. So Marisol, so we're talking about Jesse being shirtless. Marisol finds out that Peter's ignoring her and goes to the office, and the assistant even talks on the phone with Peter in front of her, whatever. So she's like, who told him?
Peter.
She goes to Jesse, and Jesse mentions that the personal trainer. He's a personal. I can't talk. I think it's Grant making me nervous,
Yeah, I think
guys.
it was Jesse, or the thought of Jesse with his shirt
Thank
off.
you.
That might be.
Yeah, that
a little combo of
You
both.
got me on that one.
You got it.
Jesse is a little bit like a girl on the show, though. Like
He's a maid.
this is true. He is a maid.
He is like
does
the girls.
blab his mouth a little bit too much.
He does
Oh,
gossip.
is that? Yeah.
That wasn't gossiping though. Like he was just.
I mean,
Relating,
when
yes,
you work
yes.
out, you get to talking with the person you're working out with, and like, what do you talk about? What's going on in your life?
You got to know the town small, though, in Devious Maids.
But you're not really thinking that.
But she
when
was
you're-
hitting
when
on
you're working out. You're like,
Of course she was hitting on him.
I mean, sometimes guys are like oblivious to it, but
yeah.
because girls hitting on you is like really subtle. Like you never. Sometimes you don't notice it.
Janvier was not subtle about
Yeah, well,
it.
she's not.
never subtle.
I was speaking generally, not
okay.
Janvier.
Okay.
But
You're like, is she really hitting on me? I don't know. You wonder.
yeah,
Gotcha.
not with Janvier. Though.
Yeah.
More
No, I think
women
it's
should
pretty
be
obvious.
like Janvier and like just spell it
out.
out for us.
Just coming up.
Straight to the point.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Janvier was excited about, like I said, so she went to tell Peter, and so Marisol goes to confront her. And I think also that's funny when we walk into the part where they're talking about Gail and S&M with Adrian, which is hilarious.
That stuff's always funny.
Yes.
Yes.
I mean, Tom is like.
He's brilliant.
Yeah,
yes.
Tom's great.
Yeah.
Tom's terrific.
Like sidebar to that, so we see Gail takes this advice and she ties him up to the what are they
curtains or
called?
something?
What are those things called on the curtains?
The tie back tassel thingy.
Tassels thingies?
Sure.
I don't
Let's
know.
go with tassels.
Yes,
Alright.
tassels. Yes.
Sounds
And
right.
There were tassels on them.
Sounds S&M
That's for
-ish.
sure.
it does sound. And Evelyn walks in, and we find out Evelyn gets jealous. So after all this time, he's, you know, taking money away from her, kicked her out of the house, all this time trying to get her back, and he didn't think of the most obvious thing in the world.
The most obvious way to get someone mad. Well, so you think like she absolutely.
But they do have a particular relationship.
yeah.
So trying
Sure.
to like figure out what's going to work best with the two of them.
That is true.
You know, sometimes like with him, whenever she treats him poorly, that's when he likes her the best. You know, it's like, so how you gonna know? Like, maybe,
Yeah.
It's their thing.
yeah,
That's what they're great at.
yeah.
That
They're
is-
creepy.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Brilliant and
creepy.
creepy.
They're
at the same
creepy.
time.
They are.
But so
Totally creepy.
entertaining.
They need to be
Yeah.
together though. They're just
Yeah.
they're too perfect.
Right.
Right, and then so we see that. I was thinking the last few episodes that there was something up with the Reverend.
You were.
And yeah, and Curtis is probably laughing at me because I was completely wrong. He turns out he's completely clean.
Yeah.
They're trying
I
to throw
finds
us off.
nothing.
I knew it.
Yeah.
I knew it.
Oh, I didn't think necessarily he was related to the circle thing, but I thought he was going to be somewhat bad. Like the show's devious, you know.
That's true. So they did set it up like he was going to be like a TV and evangelical, you
Yeah,
know,
something-
stealing money.
Stealing
and
money
doing
is
all
what
that
I
kind of
thought.
stuff. And like just trying to be like a super straight guy.
Yeah, no, and even the PI's
That's why
like
he's not on the show anymore.
not deviant enough. You devious
See
enough.
ya.
Bye. And, you know, like she tried to get him to. She tried to make Adrian jealous
Yeah.
by getting him to or wanting him to propose, which
Yeah.
he didn't do. And then she realizes how much she
He
really.
took the higher road. That's what he actually
Yeah.
said. Let's take the high road here. He was like, "No, I'm not doing that."
And Evelyn realizes I don't like it.
Yeah.
Kind of the novelty is done.
She's bored.
I have to
Yeah.
say I'm proud of her because she was eating Chinese food with chopsticks.
I thought that was
that was like really.
real for
Wait,
her.
really
You
real
were-
for her.
Really?
For
Yeah,
Evelyn.
'cause she's too fancy for chopsticks and Chinese food to carry out.
Is it
No.
the same scene that Marisol was eating Chinese food with
Yeah,
chopsticks?
Yeah.
same one.
She ate like
She didn't
a
really eat.
nibble of a green bean. She like picked up a green bean
She said
with
she enjoyed
chopsticks and went like this.
That is.
I wish I noticed.
No, that is true.
She
I
wanted
saw it.
more mushu.
It's not like she went to town with some noodles and like rice or something.
Right.
Green the bean, please.
Is it because she was dieting or is it because she had more lines?
more lines. I'm
Kinda
gonna
hard,
go with
it's
more
kind of hard to
lines.
say your lines with a mouthful of mushu.
True.
Right?
True.
And Evelyn says, "Why does the air smell so cheap but so good?"
God, her lines
So-
are so
I
I
great.
love her lines.
Yeah.
They're
I think
the
she
best.
had
Did she say
I think
that?
she had the best one tonight.
When
Yeah,
she
I
walks
think-
in
another
and
one.
she
Good.
smells the Chinese food. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's
Yeah.
really she's
Yeah.
she's kind of a little bit more normal now.
Yeah.
They're
eating Chinese
normalizing
food.
her a little bit.
Yeah,
right?
eating Chinese food with chopsticks.
Well, she has to because she's poor now.
She's
Yeah.
poor.
You know, you gotta
You gotta
gotta
eat
eat Chinese
ramen.
I eat a lot of Chinese food, guys.
you gotta live in the
Top
house. You live in it. You know what I mean?
So yeah, so she's jealous, and Adrian now has a plan, and he's gonna take Gail and
Hold on to your
use her.
feather duster
Yep.
because it's gonna
Hold on to your
Hold
feather
on to it,
duster.
it's gonna
Carmen.
fly.
That feather duster really made an appearance this episode. We never see them clean, but we saw lots of feather dusters
Two.
this episode too.
That I can remember. There might be more.
It's very exciting.
There's two.
That should be a drinking game.
Every time you see a
See
feather
feather
duster.
duster drink. But
We
they'd
would
have
be
to,
very
like,
sober.
And you really wouldn't
Yeah,
drink that
we'd have
much
to let
though.
the writers know, or let the
Yeah.
prop guy know, and then build it in so that.
Did you
that's
guys
part of the
ever do
gig.
any like fun games like that on set? I know like Rosie did pranks. I mean, Danya did pranks, right?
Danya does all kinds of crazy stuff.
Yeah.
She's always making a video. She's always like mocking something. She's like always. She's always got something going on. Me? No, I go to work.
You gotta go to work, get in
I
your
can see
vans.
that.
Yeah. Get in my vans, go home.
In your prison clothes.
Yeah.
And then okay, so they're having auditions for the movie.
Yes.
Right with Carmelita. So Carmen and Daniela are going to be battling against each other for the spot. And in the beginning, when Daniela said, you know, like I don't want to fight anymore, let's forget about this. I said she's up to something.
You did.
You
Yeah.
knew right away?
Yeah, because she's been so angry
Right.
with her mom for lying about everything, and so we see she's just
But
using
she's
her.
been lying. See, I don't know where the stories are. She's been lying a lot too. Daniela. Okay, I'm getting ahead of us.
Oh.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Hmm.
All right, you'll find out next week.
Almost.
She's been pretty
There's a
shitty.
bomb coming next week then.
I mean, when she lied about, she
Her
found out
dad.
her about
We know
her
about
dad,
that.
but we
Oh, you
briefly,
know about that? Okay.
We know about
Okay.
the dad. Yeah.
we don't
Yeah,
know
yeah.
much
All
yet.
right.
We
Just,
don't know.
We know he's
a lot.
alive.
What do you
We
know
just-
about him?
We know he's
we just-
alive.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's
All
alive.
right, that's the mom
and
I was talking about.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think he might come next week.
We don't know who he
that
is.
would make sense for him to come
Yeah.
next week.
Yeah, because they can leave us kind of hanging.
Yeah.
That would be
We
leaving
need
us
to
hanging.
see who
Yeah.
the dad is.
That would make sense.
I think we do find out next week.
Okay.
But don't quote me.
Okay.
We'll be here anyway.
We're coding you.
Yeah.
We're putting it on
I
Twitter,
think-
and it makes it real.
Is it real?
Yeah. If it's on Twitter, it's real.
How real?
Extra real.
Okay.
Extra real.
Extra real. I think it is pretty perfect for Danny to actually play Carmen because I mean
Yeah.
that's her mom.
It
You know,
is
if the
mom.
character is
If
based on her.
anybody else could, well, she's not. She didn't actually get the role yet.
No, she didn't get the role. She got the
a call
casting
back.
couch.
She got the creepy cat
Yeah, welcome to
callback.
Hollywood. You get a call back. And also welcome to
Alone.
Hollywood. Wait, when this event happened was 4 years ago? 3 years ago? So Carmen is 3 years older than she was when it actually happened, and then they're going to cast someone who's 20 years younger than her? Welcome to Hollywood.
Sounds about right.
I know. And the descriptions of them, we were saying, poor Zoila. They said Zelda's like elderly and
wow.
like
Well,
Frumpy.
frumpy. They
poor
said
Judy, too.
they-
Judy had to read that script and go, Zoila, Zelda, elderly.
like
Means I'm elderly.
Right.
Yeah.
poor. And then Rosie, who's sweet, beautiful, and oblivious, she's like, that's so nice.
It's perfect.
It's perfect for her.
Yeah.
So Carmen and Danny copies everything to a T with Carmen.
She
and
did a good job of that, too.
They literally look like
Yeah.
twins.
It's like a little miniature version. So mini.
Comes in,
Devious.
throws Carmen off her game completely.
Yeah.
Carmen tries to save it by saying, you know, I hate Marisol. She's horrible. And
No,
then
she stuck her foot in her
Too late.
mouth.
too
Yeah.
late. Yeah.
She wasn't going to get the job anyway. She was too old.
No, she's too old.
It was just like, you know, a couple episodes ago when she did the dance
Oh yeah, she threw her
audition
back
and she
out.
threw her back out, you know?
I feel bad for her.
And it's kind of like, Evelyn is becoming more not normal, right? And then this episode, we see Carmen's kind of becoming a mom and realizing, you know, my dreams kind of are
Yeah.
kind of at their
Get away from me.
end. So I'm going to support Daniela even though I'm jealous. And we see
Yeah.
that really kind of like,
There were quite
she-
a few after-school specials.
yeah.
School specials.
Did you do an after school special when you were younger?
I did an after-school special with Kira Sedgwick, and it was called Cindy Eller, and it was a Cinderella story kind of a thing. And I played the Prince Charming character, and she played Cinderella.
Oh, see, you're really, you know your after
So
school
I'm
specials.
1 degree of separation from Kevin Bacon.
Not 7. Yep. And we see, like we said, Daniela goes to this callback and it's alone, which I think she realizes is a little odd.
Yeah.
But we find out also why it's so odd because, like we said, Marisol goes to confront Janvier, and I thought they're going to start.
Also, welcome to Hollywood.
Yeah, exactly.
What?
The I was about to call
Watch
her
your
Soul.
drink.
The Danny situation.
Yeah, exactly.
Take your drink to the bathroom with
Yeah, I was like, do not drink anything.
So we find out that Janvier was raped when she was.
Yes.
That's because she said I didn't mean to cheat on Peter, but she woke up in someone's bed, and we find out it's Hugh, who's the director.
Metzger. What a name.
Hugh Metzger. That
This
sounds like
awful.
Yeah, it does.
Hugh Metzger.
It sounds evil.
Come on in. Have a seat. Sexy ladies. Oh, I love the ladies.
Ew, and he's such a pig. Like we saw him on the other episodes with Marisol. Such a.
But I think. So do you think? Okay, I think Peter obviously set that whole thing up.
I think yeah.
I don't think Peter knows anything about it.
No.
Really, you don't think he set that
I
up?
think
So
Peter's a good guy.
Do you have an opinion? You already read it.
I think you're trying to sway us.
Look, everyone, look at the camera.
Yeah.
Look at Curtis watching, and then look at Grant.
It's just my opinion, that's all.
Alrighty.
No inside information.
Okay.
Maybe Peter did have something to do with it.
That's actually been my prediction this entire time.
Yeah.
Peter?
That Peter
Yeah,
killed
it was-
Harry.
Okay.
That was my prediction before you came on our panel.
battle of the predictions.
There we
When we
go.
occurred
I
us
can't
here.
wait to
I
the
actually
team.
got it right, except for they sort of changed casting a little bit.
There's gotta be a twist though, because that's too obvious.
Because Grant Goody was a director in the first like episode, I think it was, and I was like, he's gonna be the killer.
Well,
I don't
So
know.
that was close. Well, we don't know who the killer
Yeah, well,
is.
we don't know.
We don't know who the killer is.
we
yet.
don't.
But
You do.
we know it's in that direction.
Yes.
Right.
And
So-
he isn't the kid. That's too obvious. It's
What?
gonna be a complete shock.
I don't think it's what's his
not
name?
Hugh.
Starts with an S. The rapist. What's it?
Hugh.
Hugh.
He was-
Oh, okay.
There's no S in it at all.
No, I thought his last name starts with
Metzger.
That's
Metzger. That's the S that I'm thinking of. Metzger.
I mean, Z.
That's like a V.
Metzger.
It's like an S,
I've always been bad
but
at
kind of
spelling.
flat.
But I don't think he's the killer. I don't think he did it.
He's just a dirty old man.
Yeah, I think he's just a dirty. Like he's too. Like
You
if he
guys
has
might be
to.
right.
If he has to drug him, he's a little too
I
lazy
think
to
he's
kill
involved.
Yeah, it's true, isn't it?
A little too late. And this is all relevant because we find out that Tucker, right? Tucker
Yeah.
wasn't really your son because
Right.
she was actually drugged and raped as well. So,
Right.
yeah, Curtis tweeted us before the show and said your minds are going to be blown tonight, and
Definitely.
didn't see that one coming.
Yeah.
Right.
No,
Thanks, Curtis.
thanks.
Thanks, Curtis.
Thanks, Curtis.
Thanks, Curtis. And I completely forgot we forgot to talk about Zoila. So
Oh, yeah.
what was her name again? Fiona.
Fiona.
Oh, I would.
Right.
Oh, she should have quit in the first 30 minutes.
Right?
Of her coming home.
Yes.
That lady, yeah. Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's gonna running back to Janvier.
My gosh.
She says, "I don't want you to be a dog, but yes, you're my dog."
With that
Basically,
I know. That makes it worse.
Right? I'm so much better than you.
yeah. Oh, wow, you did so well.
Yes.
The births. Yeah, she's.
Because I was getting upset. Like, just the way she was talking to her. Like, don't talk. Don't.
Talk to my Zoila like
Yeah.
that
Like I wanted to do something about it.
She made her take off the robe.
in front of right, and
It's
you
just
know
disrespectful.
now her truth is out, at least for Francis and Kyle. But she went and actually told Kyle.
Right. And didn't you think that Kyle was going to, like, man up?
I thought he was gonna help her.
I did.
Well, see, I think that is going to help her.
You still
But
think he's
still-
going to?
Yes, but once he realizes that there's something up with Francis, like with his mom, he's gonna pretend. Yeah, I'm gonna help you.
Or so like.
but
well,
I'm
Yeah.
gonna help Rosie for real.
Not
think
Rosie,
he's-
but
Zoila.
Or you think he's
Zoila.
gonna,
I mean Zoila,
you think
which
he's
in
gonna
turn helps
pretend to be
Rosie.
helping his mother, but really be helping
Yes.
Zoila?
Yeah.
All right.
Like I think when
How
the
good's
mom.
your poker face?
I know.
What do you think's happening?
Now he's
Read me.
now
I can't.
because now he's
Like, well,
thinking about it.
no,
But
'cause,
once
like-
I called him out, he's thinking like, all right, yeah, I gotta make sure.
What,
I
that
don't-
scene when the mom said, "You have to choose me or Zoila," and he's like, "Of course I choose you, mother." That was too like.
He said it pretty quick.
Yes,
too
too.
like.
Said it pretty fast.
I'm
He's
playing you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But I did not think that it would mean they would pick up and
But he's kind of a big
leave.
puss.
What's that?
He's kind of a big puss.
Yeah,
Kyle.
for sure.
No, it's true.
Definitely.
I mean, he
It's
likes
no doubt about
He's
it.
a mama's boy.
he likes his sandwiches with no crust,
Mm-hmm.
which is actually really good. I hate crust, but
As a
Crust is-
but as a
Eat the
grown
crust.
man,
Eat the
a
crust
He's
first.
not a
That's all.
5-year-old.
Yeah,
Eat the crust first and then eat the sandwich.
that's where all the whole grains are.
Right?
I don't like crust either.
I'll eat it. But like I like Uncrustables. Have you guys ever had Uncrustables? Does your daughter eat Uncrustables? It does.
No.
Okay.
It doesn't come from Whole Foods. She doesn't eat it.
Okay. Well,
That's not true.
I love Whole
I was gonna
Foods,
say
but that's a
she's your
different
kid.
conversation.
She probably you get her some fruit by the foot. She'd probably be really happy.
She eats pretty. Actually, we did
Yeah?
pretty good with her. The other night or the other morning though, we were like running around. It was like, and it was like, here you go, you get toast. Toast for breakfast this morning, kid. There you go.
It's better than giving her ramen, so
Yeah.
Ooh, I like ramens.
or Chinese food. That's a
We've
low.
all had those days with our parents, like as
Yeah,
kids.
it's,
You know,
just,
it's like
every once in a
yeah.
while.
Yeah, no. My mom, she started putting the cereal on the lower level so I could reach it.
So you could just take care of
Yeah,
yourself,
exactly.
Jill.
solve.
Yeah.
No, little Weezy, she eats anything. Man, she's like a good eater. She eats salmon skin. Like
Oh,
Ooh.
wow.
2-year-old that eats salmon skin.
Wow.
Like, just like,
No. It's like
It's cooked.
fried. It'll be.
Oh,
it's like
okay.
You can order salmon skin at a sushi restaurant, and it comes out it's like little bacon. bits.
okay. Oh.
But it's
That's-
really fishy and
That's,
salty. And
yeah, I don't like salmon. I think it's really fishy. I like other fish, but not
Like,
salmon.
yeah, the
Chili
skin's not good. Yeah.
No, it's not. It's horrible.
No, it's like you want that. Can you
Throw
please
that away.
cut that off?
Yeah, throw that away. Throw that part away. Are you gonna eat that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well.
She's kind of cool.
She's very cool. Little Weezer. Yeah.
Aw.
So did she get to go? She went with you guys to Georgia, right? Yeah. Okay. And she got to go on set at all, or
She's been there a couple times.
cool.
Yeah.
So cool.
Yeah, but she's still too. It's like the other day, I had to put an audition on tape to send to somebody, and I was showing it to Catherine, and she came up behind. She goes, "Daddy, Daddy, 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 Daddy." So she's still kind of not getting the whole like thing yet. She's starting to.
Did you keep that in your submission?
No, she was watching the.
She was watching. I was gonna say that would probably get like they're gonna. She's so cute. Let's hire her. I would.
That was actually for a character who was molesting his daughter. So.
Maybe that wouldn't work. Alrighty.
Dark.
I'm telling you, you're not in trauma, but you're typecasted with all these like kind of like Adrian, sexual deviant over here.
That was the line. That was the line. I was trying to remember what Evelyn
Sexual
said.
deviant,
That I loved it, and I like got up and started clapping. It was sexual deviant.
It was a good line. There's always good lines.
Yeah, the show's full of good lines. That's why we love it.
I think we covered everything on the. Did we miss anything?
Somebody's penis
Anything
falling
you want
off.
to add?
Yeah.
That was that your favorite line?
That might have been mine. Yeah. When your penis falls off from having sexual relations with
Gail.
Yeah. Dispose of it and properly dispose of it, something like that. That's a pretty good line.
That's a scary one, I think. If I.
Scary line. Yeah.
You don't want it in the recycling bin. You should leave that open. The trash you always
You're gonna
cover.
recycle a penis?
Exactly.
Somebody needs one. There's somebody out there that needs one.
The homeless guy going through the trash. Whoa!
Oh, hey! I was looking for one of these.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
Somebody's trash, another man's treasure.
Hashtag disposable penis.
See, you gotta start tweeting more so you can do these hashtags.
Okay.
Oh man. Okay, should we get into predictions?
Okay.
A prediction.
Let's do it.
Yeah, let's do it.
That red.
And now,
so you don't get
your
to-
AfterBuzz TV
Wow.
predictions.
We had that last time you were here.
No, I don't think so. I think it was the last episode. I think it might have been
Oh,
season
you're
finale.
right. It was.
Yeah.
Okay.
You did not
so
predict that the show was going to go off the air.
I did not predict that at all.
Dang, you're bad at your job, Khaliel. Just kidding.
Missed that one.
Oh, yeah. You can't get them all right. But I am sure that I'm right in my next prediction
Okay.
that Peter did it.
So we're still thinking Peter over here.
By
Yes.
himself?
Or with Hugh.
Nobody does anything by
No,
themselves.
Tag team.
So who do you think?
I don't know. Trump did it by himself. That's what he said.
Yeah, he's gonna do everything by himself.
Okay. Well,
Moving on.
Yeah, really fast.
Let's not put it down right
here's the thing. I've been saying Peter this whole time. I got to. If
You're
he's
committed.
wrong, I'm committed.
You're committed.
I
You
got
gotta
to go
stick
down
with
with the
it.
ship.
Right.
All
I get
right.
it.
So
I get it.
we're sticking with
Get
it.
in for a penny, in for a pound. You're
Yeah.
halfway through the river. You got to keep going.
You
It's
got to
just
keep
hard
going.
to go back.
As I can't.
Yeah.
I can't jump ship now.
So why do you think Peter killed her?
I don't know that yet. And I think even if Peter is not the killer, whoever it is, we don't fully know why they did it. Or if we do know, it's something so small and significant we would have never thought to look that way.
That is typically what has happened at the end of Devious
Exactly.
Maids.
Yeah.
Exactly. So we either
"What?"
don't know. Yeah.
I think. Well, I think I said a couple shows ago that it's related to Tucker not being the real
That's a pretty good prediction.
son,
makes sense.
and
Yeah,
whoever
he's saying you're right.
had Tucker.
No, but you know that you could be involved
Yeah.
in that too.
Because in the circle,
Right.
because the circle, the mother says he's the key to everything. Tucker's
Right.
the key to
Yeah.
everything. So
And Peter,
something weird's there.
Peter is Metzger's producer, and Metzger's the one that's doing all the raping, and
Metzger's
Metzger
part of the
is
circle.
Tucker's father.
And he's part of the circle because we know that because
So
of
we're all
last
kind of
week.
in the right angle,
Yeah.
but we just don't know who it is yet.
who do you think the killer is?
Well, now, I think it's Metzger.
Who did you think it was?
I was thinking maybe Peter, but I was still trying to keep my options open because we know, like we said, we know how it goes. But I mean, he's involved in this circle, obviously. But I'm still, for a minute I thought Kyle as well, but I think Kyle's gonna help out Zoila, so I don't think it's him anymore.
You don't think Kyle did it?
No.
I don't think
Really?
he could do
You don't
it.
think Kyle did it?
You're trying to like trick us right now, okay?
Let me tell you, here's what I do know. What I do know is that Spence didn't do it.
Of course not. Poor Spence,
Free
man.
Spence.
We've been on Spence's side
Mr. Spence.
4
You know who else
seasons
we all
now.
forget about too? You know, the death in this.
Ben.
Well, there's Ben. Ben didn't
Oh.
make it, but
Who else died?
Sugar. Sugar, wasn't that her name?
Oh, the stripper.
Her name was Sugar, wasn't it? Yeah,
Oh,
Sugar.
yeah.
We never
Sugar.
even found
Sugar
out.
died like, you know what?
No one cared about
cares
her.
about her. She's a stripper.
Exactly. That's what I thought. Like,
Stripper with a heart of gold.
yeah,
she was.
She was gonna help Spencer.
She was.
That lap dance.
Oh,
Sometimes
Sugar.
you need a lap dance to
Sugar,
clear
sugar.
your mind.
Is that true?
That's why he was there.
Well, didn't work, did it?
Nope. Nope.
His mind was cleared. He didn't even remember any of it.
Right? Exactly.
Black out.
Black
Right,
out.
this is
Blackout.
case in
I
point.
feel like that's what most husbands that go to strip clubs say.
I blacked
I
out. I
don't
ended up with a
remember
stripper on my lap.
I was at a strip club?
What?
Really? Wow.
Why do you have all
Wish I
these charges
remembered
on your credit card? I don't know.
Why did you
They take
take out
credit cards at strip clubs?
Why'd you take
What
out
did you
$100 in ones? So who do you think it is?
Yes.
I tried, guys.
I think you guys are all kind of pointing in the
Right vicinity?
general vicinity. If you
Oh
had a
my
shotgun,
gosh.
you'd hit it.
All right.
Well, we're going to find out.
I
Yeah,
know.
watch next week.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
That scene, they did the little previews. That scene with when I think Carmen and Zoila, or I don't know if Zoila, Rosie come in to save Danny. I think they all like were
I missed
maids. They tie
Right.
up
Metzger.
Metzger.
Yeah. But I think that's because he rapes. I
don't
keep
think
wanting
he's
to call
gonna-
her Soul, but
He's not gonna.
Danny.
Yeah, he's not gonna rape her.
Yeah, I don't think so. But you know
Well,
what?
He's
Okay.
trying.
He's gonna get close. Yeah, he's gonna get close to it.
Yeah.
You know, I just realized there's similarities from last season's ending to this season's ending from what I see from the previews. Because you're saying they tied up Metzger. Last season they tied up, what was his name?
What was his name?
Yeah.
What was his name?
No.
And then there was a fire, and then you saw some sort of fire in the preview too.
I've
Tying
always
up in
wanted
fire.
to
Blowtorch someone?
yeah.
Jesus!
Beating
Layla, move over this way.
not like a human, but I've always wanted to like
Okay, just
turn the blowtorch on.
make sure we
at least.
clarify that
Are you
one.
pyro?
No.
You're a wannabe
But,
pyro.
or like at least like take like a lighter and like some hairspray, just like to see
Wow.
it and just
You
to
could
do it
that.
in real life.
You could just do that.
Yeah,
You could just go down to CVS, get yourself some
I gotta go to a
Vinyl
safe
Net,
space though. I
Vinyl
can't do
Net,
it.
Like, shh.
Yeah.
I can't do
Don't
it
do
out
it.
here in LA.
This
and,
sounds like such a kid boy thing to do.
Such a guy
Yes.
thing.
Yes.
Such a guy.
I have like a list of things I want to pull a fire alarm. Like there's a whole list of
Never
things.
pulled a fire alarm?
I know. I've always wanted to do it.
No, I've done it. Just recently, I did one of those that those like on the wall cardio thingies that they can shock someone back.
Oh yeah.
They're all, I've never seen one just like out in
They
public.
have them,
Yeah.
like at places.
Yeah.
I've seen them where it's like it's a box, it's about this big, and they have the defibrillators. That's what it's
Yeah.
called.
Ah.
And I've opened one of them too, and those have only been around for about 3 years. So I opened one of those after I was 50. I was like, what happened if I open this up?
Oh no.
It doesn't go off when you close it. Fire department shows up.
Yikes! Were you still on the scene?
No.
No.
You are a criminal. You do belong in jail. Jeez.
Just curious. It's curiosity.
I
That's
was
totally
curiosity.
different.
That's all it was.
Yeah.
What happens if I open
Like
this up?
life imitating art.
Right? What else do you have coming up? So once this season ends, and we're hoping for season 5, of course. In the meantime, before season 5, what are you up
Nothing
to?
right now. I did. I finished the stuff on Satisfaction. I did some stuff on The Family this year, but that's done. And I'm working on the Crack House right now, trying to get it
Like your home.
Yeah, toward the back. Well, we have this house that's 100
Why
years
do you
old.
call it?
Because you said the crack house, and I was just waiting.
Is that a new
Like,
show?
It's gonna happen. He's gonna explain this, guys. Don't worry.
It's right on the beach. It's 3 houses off the beach on this beautiful little walk street. It's a really terrific location, but the house is 100 years old, and the guy that we bought it from had it for 40 years, and he never did any work on it.
Oh, wow.
It's held together with termites holding hands. It is
That's
an
love.
absolute mess. The floor drops like 4 inches underneath
wow.
underneath the stairwell.
Wow.
It's just falling apart. But we have a 2-year-old now, so and we're going to remodel it, but it takes forever in Venice to get permits. So while we're waiting for the permits to get done, I'm doing all the work on it. So I'm like, I tore the backyard out. I'm putting a new deck in. I'm doing all the hardscaping.
Nice.
You know, I'm doing all that kind of like
So you do yard work on the side.
Manly stuff.
Handyman stuff.
Yeah, all that, that kind of building.
The Devious Maids vibe like rubbed off.
Somebody's going to tweet you and say, hey, I do
Can you do my deck?
whatever. I know.
I'll help you.
I'll show you what I'm building. I'll show you right
tweet
now.
you
I'll show you
some
what I'm
stuff.
building. I'm actually kind of impressed with
No,
this.
that's kind of cool that you're like building your
Let's see
own.
pictures. Let's see. Where's it at? Where's it at? Where's
So
it at?
I built a chair once. It didn't work. But,
So there was a huge. It
Was
didn't
it a
work.
chair?
There's a huge deck in the backyard, and then I tore it out and I'm building
Oh,
that.
yeah.
One. That's what I'm putting together. It's a
Sorry,
more,
you
more
guys
finished
watching
than that.
can't see, but
I
it's a
know,
nice
but
little
it's
deck.
beautiful.
He's doing a great job.
Oh.
Doing a good job.
All right. That's
Yeah.
it. That's what I'm doing.
Thanks for sharing your deck with us.
Yeah, you bet.
Yes.
Yeah.
And thanks for so much for coming on.
Thanks for having me. I
Having
had fun.
fun watching with us, tweeting
Yeah.
with us. Really
Everything.
excited.
Get my tweet going again?
Yes.
Get my tweet
Right.
on?
Yeah.
Excited.
tweet.
Next week, season finale.
I know, season finale. Jesus. Stay tuned. I'm really sad it's going to end. Khaliel, where can we find you in the meantime?
Twitter and Instagram at Khaliel Abooboo.
And you can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Laila Sadny.
Grant No Show.
And you can find me on Twitter and Instagram, XOXOCESCA. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you next week for the season finale. Bye.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz. See you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.